Hello everyone, Erica Rock here, Spiritual Catalyst. Let's have a discussion today about projecting outside of us. I'm sure you've noticed in your life that when you found that when people project things onto you, the most interesting thing is what they're projecting onto you, they are likely to be doing. Isn't that wild? And they're saying that you're doing it. It's like such a mind scramble. So talking about projections, spiritual maturity, and owning the darkness so that the darkness does not own you. Okay? So let me explain. So in every incarnation, in order to get a truly fresh, new perspective in each life, we have amnesia. We forget who and what we truly are. And we begin from scratch. And then a whole new adventure in rediscovering ourselves as the powerful beings we are and always have been begins to reveal itself. It's the most exciting yellow brick road you will ever walk down. So when I like to call it the false self or the egoic self or the wrong seeking mind, because the mind has been conditioned to see and focus on what's wrong, what it doesn't like, and things like that. So when the wrong seeking mind is still immature and in charge of your life, and your perspectives and your attitudes and your moods and your emotions, it's easy to fall into resistance, separation, and fear, and project all darkness and evil outward onto others. We're seeing this a lot right now, given the state of the world and the election happening. So projection is a common blind spot faced on the spiritual path, born of self-righteousness and making others wrong. And the thing is, if we were forced to be light, we would be a puppet with no choice, no decision. But we're allowed to choose light or dark and experience the consequences of those choices, helping us become the powerful creators we are capable of being. So if we spiritual bypass the darkness, deny it, and refuse to witness it in ourselves, that blind spot blocks spiritual maturity. It can be an attitude, an addiction, weakness, or destructive belief. This is why so many leaders, even spiritual ones, go down the tubes despite their power. So own the darkness, or it will own you. Own and witness the darkness within you. Darkness is just a super low vibration. Darkness is, we're all at different energetic levels and places and spaces of consciousness. And if you think about darkness, it's like the most removed from source. It's very far from source. That's all. It's just a super low vibration. And what we reject will continue to find us anyway. If we're rejecting it, we can do all the cord cutting, energetic cleansing, healing, shields, wards, and whatever. But if you're within that bubble and you're projecting and you're not owning and looking at the darkness within you, no shields, no level of protection is actually going to work. This was something that I learned from direct experience. I thought I could deny the darkness in me and just do shielding, but continue to engage in lower darkness denying onto others. So, in this political climate that we're in, we see projection very vividly in politics when the other side is broadly demonized. Not just we disagree, but we are good and they are evil. We are right, they are wrong. And comes from all this, it's like a tsunami of fear, outrage, and hate that's projected outward. We don't need to all agree, but we can disagree and respect differences without demonizing the others. I dream of a government no longer being about making the other side wrong, but being about dialogue, respect, coexistence, collaboration, and having a space where people can disagree and still be respected and honored. So no government or candidate can save us anyway. And yes, I discern and vote for light, but asking the government to create or fix my reality, that's the coveted victim role. And to that, I say, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm responsible for my reality. I'm responsible for my life. I'm responsible for where I'm putting my attention and my focus and what I'm creating. I'm responsible. So universal law says we are powerful, eternal beings. And that we have the right to choose and that we have the right to decide. And no one can take it away from us unless we give it away. So right here in this perfect now moment, claim your sovereignty now. I declare that I am a sovereign being. I am responsible for my own life. I get to choose and decide what is optimal and best for me. Declare that. Speak it aloud. Right here, right now, like take a stand. It sets powerful forces in motion when we do this. So, when it comes to spiritual maturity, not a lot of people think about this and they're not interested in it. Like, if I offered a class on, 6 weeks to becoming spiritually mature, I would unlikely get any enrollments because people aren't interested in it. It's not shiny enough, doesn't have enough glitter and pizzazz. And most people, they just don't go for it. Because, I wonder why. Like, it's not always fun to see yourself clearly, to be responsible, to clean up your side of the street. It's so much easier to project the blame, the low vibration, and causation out there. The egoic self, the false self, fights to survive and wants to project out there, doesn't want to take responsibility. So in this sharing, it's like I'm inviting you right now to make one powerful decision, one powerful choice. To turn within and own what's within here and embody spiritual maturity, or to keep projecting and blaming outside. Outside is the appearance. It is the appearance. It's like watching a movie. So I invite you to go for it, to claim your sovereignty, to claim that you have the right to choose and decide what's optimal for you, the right to look within and be clear about what's really vibrating and going on in here, and looking at your beliefs and your patterns and what creates fear and what narratives are not for your highest and best, and shift it. You're powerful. You can shift that. If you can create a belief and you can buy into a story or narrative, you can also disentangle from that and say, you know what, I used to believe that, but I now believe this. It can create a whole new reality for you. You're one powerful choice and decision away from creating a life that's optimal for you. So here's a practice. Anytime you find yourself making someone else wrong, bad, evil, become aware of it quickly, witness it quickly, and turn it around and look within. Because all of this out here, these people that show up, that we're blaming, making wrong, evil, they are simply reflecting something that we need to heal and look at within ourselves. It's not about them. I know it so seems like it's about them, but it's not about them. This can be a hard pill to swallow. So we want to turn it around and look within and ask, where do you think, feel, or do something of similar energy to the one you're seeing out there, and you're pointing your finger, you're blaming, you're making them wrong, making them bad, evil? Where do you think, feel, or do something similar in energy? What does judging, fearing, or hating them feel like vibrationally? Notice what happens within your body as you're judging, you're fearing, you're hating. Does your heart start to pound? Do you start to feel sick to your stomach? Does your throat tighten up? Do you get a headache? Do you get digestive issues? Bones, joints start to ache, have pain? Do you feel like there's a dark cloud of energy oppressing you, pressing down on you? Notice how you feel vibrationally when you go there. And how do your stories or beliefs justify the judging, the blaming, the pointing the finger, the making them wrong, bad, evil? How do your stories or beliefs justify it? There's gold here. If you can really be radically honest with yourself, there is gold and treasure here for you. Can you find compassion for the darkness they are in, for the low vibration they are in, for the stuckness they are in, for the ignorance they are in? Can you find compassion? Can you hold space, a compassionate space, a loving space? And what you want to do is, once you've done this inquiry, you want to claim your power, line up the energy and the non-physical, and take action from that place of power and clarity and certainty. We become whole when we stop rejecting and projecting out aspects of ourselves and give them compassion so they can come into the light. No need to feel guilty about it or punish ourselves for it. Presence, the divine, the infinite, the creator, doesn't judge. Only humans judge and punish. Just witness over and over again and keep choosing. Keep choosing that compassion, that love, that higher perspective. Project yourself way out, get some serious space from it and look at it from afar. And you'd be amazed at how things look differently, how you can perceive the bigger picture, not just the little getting entangled in the deets and the details. when we kind of say to ourselves, oh, karma will get them, or they'll get theirs. Witness that you're hoping that they get punished. Universal law says all is one, that we cannot wish someone ill without feeling that negativity within us, because we get back the energy that we put out. So my deepest hope and blessing and wish for anyone that watches this now or in the future, I hope you claim your unconditional happiness rather than be a victim of conditions or someone or something out there, and claim your unconditional sovereign power rather than give your power away to anything out there that you hope will save you. Simply be willing to witness the tendency to project our own low vibration onto others. The all that is doesn't reject evil. The all that is allows us to choose. And that is the best gift and blessing of all. So I hope that this message lands with an open mind and open heart. Take it in, see where this fits into your worldview, or maybe it does not, and we can still coexist and be friends. Our social media family. And I honor where you are, I honor where everyone is, and it's just my hope that we can really step into our true power, knowing who we are, letting go of that deep ancient conditioning to project, to make others wrong so we can be right, and just all that stuff. All that stuff. We do that because we've been taught to do it. But look, so in the Bible, you will know them by the fruits they bear. So this conditioning to make others wrong and be right and good, bad, good and evil, light and dark, all of that. That conditioned, stinking thinking that we do as humans. Look at what it's doing to the planet. Look at what it's doing to our relationships. It's dividing, it's separating. And that tells me everything I need to know about that patterned response, that conditioning that I have. It's not for my highest and best. And as each one of us choose differently, at some point there will be a tipping point where everyone up-levels to a whole new existence, where there is oneness and unity and honoring and coexistence and acceptance and respect. Is that the kind of world you would like to live in? And if the answer is yes, choose right now. Choose right now to start looking inside at the things that you see out there that are mirroring what you need to deal with within you. Okay? That's my share for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, post in the comments below. If you know someone that could benefit from this information, please share it with them. I always appreciate that. So until next time, huge hugs, all of my love, and have an epically beautiful, blessed day.